Hello. It's time for Taskmaker again.
Taskmaker.
Thank God the sound works.
Taskmaker.
Yes, I know what the name of the game is.
Taskmaker.
You don't need to say it anymore. Don't take
Excuse me.
15
Excuse me.
milligram. Get the fuck out of the way. Don't take 15 milligrams of melatonin unless you want to have the worst nightmares you ever had in your life. The first one was just weird, where there were doppelgangers. Um, Quagmire. Use a ship. Quagmire.
What is it?
Okay, that's Silver Creek. Hold on a second here. Quagmire, Taskmaker. Location. Quagmire Estates. Oh, that's good. It doesn't show me where that is. Well, it told me that it was flooding. So, this is a buried object right here.
What is it?
It's worthless. Okay, well, not up here. Maybe it's over there. I don't think it is, but I can check.
What is it?
Okay.
What is it?
Oh, it must be up here.
What is it?
Huh. There's a thingy up here.
What is it?
It doesn't do anything. Okay, well, if this isn't it, then I'm at a loss.
What is it?
Oh, this is way too loud. Is it? No, it isn't. So, the nightmares that I had, one was my biological mother turned into like a doppelganger, and I didn't know if I was crazy or not. I had this medication called Advalna, Advalna, and I opened up the package. It was in like a Neosporin type package, and the minute I open it up, there's only two blank white pills, and I'm like, what the fuck? What is this? Yeah, this doesn't look much like a town.
What is it?
The second nightmare was terrible. The second nightmare was I
What is it?
had apparently chosen wrong, and I had gotten married to my wife's step. No, my wife's sister. And probably she will never see this, but I'm not going to talk bad about her. I don't want to be married to her. I picked the person I wanted to be married to. And because of my personality and like trying to be a peacekeeper and everything, that there was just really unacceptable behavior, and I was making excuses for it, and kind of like a corollary or whatever
What is it?
metaphor for my personality,
What
where
is it?
people do stuff to
What
hurt
is
me,
it? What is it?
and I'm like,
What
no,
is
that's
it?
okay. Just don't do that. Don't be like that. This is not a good way to be. But at least in my brain, like everybody has this where they have thoughts that they don't want to have, intrusive thoughts. But with OCD, I got hit with those really hard after my dad lost his job the second time when we never recovered. Please just die. So,
What is it?
and nobody really knew
What is it?
how to help me or what to do with me. So that was bad. This one is too weak to do much about. I want to see what it says when it's happy. Give me food.
Excuse me.
I'll give you some food. That's some spinach. Okay.
What is it?
So basically, you only get the last thing that you
What is
gave
it?
the person. You don't get it all back. We're gonna switch this because there's something very interesting about the sight lantern that I'm about to show you. You're not gonna be able to see the effect of it just now. Hi, I'm William. Hello, Mario. I'm Will o' the Wisp. My brother is John of the Oak. DMDC. DMCS. Did I say CMDC? That's something I do. I think it's actually because, like, that's Japanese that I forgot seeping in. I went through every single one of these. There's stuff in there. So the El Cheapo clown, and by the way, I think El Cheapo is actually racist to say. I didn't know that, and I said that to somebody in real life, and they were like, what? And I'm like, uh-oh. I'd heard it so many times, but I guess, yeah, I guess it is kind of a bad thing to say. I don't know. I really don't know. No, like, I just get in trouble for saying stuff sometimes.
What is it?
And I'm like, why is everybody mad at me? Because I heard that for 20 years, and then you don't get a notice in the mail of, like, here's what the sight lantern does, by the way. Okay, we can see through everything. You see that? The sight lantern is pretty good. It allows you to see through walls. Right now I'm doing better with breathing. If you don't give this guy something, then you'll have to kill a neutral guy. I don't know why they did this. It was just... I don't know. It's just a bad thing. They shouldn't have done that. We gotta talk about the heal spell. It's just the requirements for it are absolutely insane, which make it less than useful. I'm going to change it in the sequel, and maybe it's even here. You can hit switches with certain thrown objects.
What is it?
I released the monsters. The problem with my breathing right now is since if I'm on Allegra, my lung function doesn't decline. And before this, I wanted to get on Singular for my asthma, but it's a good thing I didn't because I learned something about Singular. People who had side effects, lots of them. Actually, wait, am I doing this again with the audio? Let me fix that. Sometimes I have an audio delay. No, there's no audio delay. Good. But a lot of them had. Ooh, that could have been bad. A lot of them had side effects. And one of the most common side effects was completed suicides. I'm not kidding. Like after those dreams, I woke up and it was a sort of thing where I was sitting here going, you know, if I didn't have my wife, if I didn't have kids,
Hey,
I would, yeah,
what is it?
that would have been bad. 'Cause that's the worst dream I've had. That's the worst series of dreams I've
What
had
is it?
in a very long time. And not to speak poorly about my wife's sister, but she didn't like me for like I think almost 30 years. And then one day she was belittling me, and my wife and I started belittling her back. My whole step family basically ganged up on her, and it got worse and worse until she broke my nose. Like, my wife's sister broke my nose. And though I forgive her for it because it's just like, I know what she's been through. This sucks. This really sucks. I don't want this. She did break my nose. Like, I'm not gonna be a dildo about it, but she did break my nose. Which actually changed my voice.
What is it?
So everything you're seeing right now, this is denoting that this place is waterlogged. Want to see what... We're actually on top of a bunch of vaults and things. Okay. Dem bones, dem bones. Give me my spinach back.
What is it?
Nightlight. I don't know what this one does. I ever have your eye just itch so much it's like you're almost clawing it out of your head. That's what I got. I think it's allergies.
What is it? What is it?
I never did get those gold bonds. Balk. They must mean block. I want to see if these are tied to... No, they're not tied to any sort of... chape. How you were supposed to play this game without magic missile is anybody's guess.
What is it?
Magic map, not magic missile. This is... It's a wonder it even has power.
What is it? What
Yeah,
is it?
bank. The bunk. That's a weird configuration. Right here. What's in there? I'm also tired of just looking at all this stuff. Blacksmith?
What is it?
So here's the vault.
What is it?
That's a guard. Don't mess with me, naive.
What is it?
What does that mean?
What is it?
And that's Poet's Nightmare. We're about to enter Poet's Nightmare. One of the most infamous dungeons ever.
What is it? What is it?
Mac users love to
What is
pontificate and complain about how bad this dungeon was. It wasn't bad for me. It never was bad for me.
What
It's
is
just these must be things that
What is
washed
it?
up. Weird. Here's a Ferviton. The Ferviton is one of the hardest bosses, well, enemies in this game. It don't mean much to me. I mean, we could just sail away from it. Just sail away from it and heal. You know, and buff up.
What is it?
Dung, it
What is
pooped.
it?
It pooped itself. Okay, moving on.
What is it?
There is more stuff that we haven't explored in this level, and we will never have a chance to explore it again if I continue. So let us return.
Excuse me.
The Taskmaker is a pinhead. I know. We've been knowing. Do not mistake activity for achievement. See, what we're doing in this game is we're doing things for a Taskmaker so that one day we can become the ruler of the land, which we will. You don't have to worry about that.
What is it?
One of the only reasons you should get money in this game is to buy something called a wish scroll. Let me show you this. This is a neat trick. You can just move diagonally, and it won't follow you. You move diagonally and close the curtain.
What is it?
Sheeta's club is pretty good.
What is it?
Let's see it. It's okay.
Excuse me.
If these things have magical effects,
What is it?
you know, I wouldn't be able to tell you because, you know, we don't have the manual anymore. The guy who made this game, he wrote the manual in some sort of bizarre...
What is it?
Well, it's not bizarre, but some sort of really outdated, outmoded Mac OS thing. By the way, I have to get Taskmaker. I need to write that down. Where my pad of paper? Get Taskmaker. It's always kind of weird to do things on Mac because they said Macs didn't have viruses. That was a lie. And a lot of these games you have to be extremely careful about because the only remaining copies have viruses in them. So it's just, when you're running this, make sure that you
What is it?
disable access to your host machine. Because if you didn't do that, then you might get a virus. And I don't know if the Mac virus, because it has read and write access to the host system, what exactly it can do. I would not want to chance it, though. Because Mac viruses were really, really mean. They would just, it would destroy everything. Let's have a party at my place. Try to spell who. Well, that was worthless. What are you supposed... No, okay. He has a lot of health. I was like, oh no. Okay, so we need to get just one of these together. The amount you miss in this game is really fucking annoying. What did he say? I'll hunt us elsewhere. No, you'll die. What does this do? I guess it was good. But if you make a video game, don't let the player miss. Nobody has time for that.
What is it? What is it? What is it?
Like, cause in World of Warcraft,
What is it?
I never stacked hit.
Excuse me.
I never stacked hit because I only wanted to see crits. And people had a problem with that. I don't care. That's how I wanted to play the game, and I had large amounts of fun because it's just, if you hit and you don't have crit, then it's just a hit. But if you hit and that shit crit, then that's a hit.
What is it?
Excuse me.
What is it?
Adios, amoebas. That guy is just stuck in there. I mean, so are these. What is this? I want to see what that is. Yeah, they love giving you that metal boomerang and that two-handed axe. Most of most of the weapons in this game are dog shit. Magic map shows secret passages. Extra etherealness is really good. What's this?
What
Magic
is it?
gain health. Excellent. I'm almost full up. Although I think we're full health. Yeah, you can still gain health beyond that, I think. But it just won't show. So we're gonna check the passage with the green guys real quick.
Excuse me.
Get out of the way!
Seriously, dude. Alright, well. You know the word that I hate? Cough. Okay. We're both at terrible health. And you saw how over-leveled I was. This game's difficulty is uneven. It's similar to Final Fantasy VIII,
What is it?
where, wonder why it's called a bastard sword. But it's similar to Final Fantasy VIII, where... Actually, that's not similar at all. It's similar to the Chrono Trigger ROM hack that adds an explorable 1999. Get the fuck out of my way. Because in that,
What is it?
that's a picnic basket. That's not a sack lunch. Oh, there's two of them. Oh, they're not too bad. I want to get him against the wall.
What is it?
Yeah, the difficulty is just extreme.
What is
And you
it?
should never... The thing
What
is,
it?
the enemies
is
always
it?
close the distance.
What is it?
So being a melee fighter is... Or melee... I like saying melee better. Being a melee fighter doesn't pay off.
Excuse me.
But you always have to be
What is
one
it?
because... That's the best one. You always have to be one because... The enemies close the distance, usually. Good.
Excuse me.
Fuck you. There's a little bit more that we have to look into. Okay, I think we've been over here. Let me check. Yeah, we've been here.
What is it?
Ah, this is not what I want, but it's, yeah. Usually that would be a very good
What is it?
upgrade. We're suited
What
and
is it?
booted, and we have
What is
so
it? What is
much,
it?
HP and everything. North to Taskmaker Lair, sail north from BF to Vault. Thanks about that. Don't try the gamble spell with Tim. That's oddly specific. Who's Tim?
What is it? What is it?
Excuse me.
This is supposed to be a town, you know. Where do you fuckers come from? Alright, well, you can clearly see we're about to have to run. It's running time. I always wondered how the crab claws tasted in this game. What's it taste like? So, I don't know where the enemy is. I don't really care. Meow. Meow. Meow.
What is it?
Whoever did these drawings, you're great. Be nice if I could draw like you. The Poet's Nightmare is basically just a bunch of is that his name? Henry David Thoreau's quotes, and that's what they decided to spend their time with. You can also see some empty passages, which we'll explore briefly. So we'll do extra etherealness. Okay, you see that? That's what they got. But the other one is nearly completely encased. And if you go up to the lower left, that'll be the end of the dungeon if this is really vexing you. We'll just revert real quick.
Taskmaker.
So this is a cool trick they never do again. I don't remember if what I just did was a good idea. Let's start simple. This is not simple. So you only need to open one of these doors, because the ladders take you across. And then, there's the passages. Oh, it's Nightmare again.
What is it?
Is water. That's it. So if you go down right here with a pass wall, you'll be good, and you can just do whatever you want. You'll finish the dungeon in no time. So this is basically just quotes. They were very artsy with this. My gold, my love. Get the fuck out of the way. Oh, wish to be someone.
What is it?
Else.
What is it?
I love that Henry David Thoreau poem. My gold, my love. Get the fuck out of the way. A wish to be someone else. It's my favorite. You're not supposed to press all of these. The shadow knows.
What is it?
Yeah. I still remember which buttons do what. It should be this one, right? Oh, it isn't. It was the middle one. Not to jinx myself, but I'm very happy that, this works as well as it does. Because this is emulation. And let's see what this does. I'm going to revert if it... Yeah, I don't want to... Freedom is a state of mind. Fuck off.
Taskmaker.
I might play Mantra next time. So... So this is just kind of... This is shitty. Oh, wait, I fixed it. Still shitty, though. Like, at least let me see what I'm doing. Freedom is a state of mind. That's not true. Freedom is also it's more like a compound concept. Doomed to tears. Fuck off. I sleep, sweating, and alone.
What is it?
Sometimes I think about becoming a poet because apparently you can become a poet and people just, like, huff your turds. I don't like poetry. And I don't like poetry because... Fuck off. I don't like poetry because... Not that it's pretentious, but I never liked writing where you had to maintain a structure set by humans. I'm the writer. I'm the creator. I set the structure. I'm the captain now. A vein, an oar, a smile for pleasant Samantha. This game was my childhood, so this is burnt into my brain. Okay, so whatever you do, you're screwed right here, I think. Yeah. So to, like, do it again. That's what this is. So that should be the one that we need to do. We should just go back up there, like the switch I just hit. It puts you in front of the right switch, if I remember correctly. And if it doesn't, I'm gonna be angry. Yeah, it did. It's just a lot of busy work. It doesn't put you in front of the right one. Never mind. A lot of busy work, and I don't want to do this yet. He put that there, that exit, because people were stuck in this dungeon, and they're like, I want to go home. It's just, okay. I have the attention span of... What was I talking about? This is a nice trick. No, it isn't. I was gonna say, this is a nice trick because it's one ladder, but it takes you between 4 rooms, or 2 rooms. It does not. Don't use that one. It's garbage. If confronted... I will lie and hide my pain.
What is it?
I could be a great poet, but the thing is, I don't feel like doing things for humans. I just don't. Pretty eyes, petty goals, gone mod. Deep thoughts increase your intellect, right? Yeah, cool. I have a bad feeling. In another version, you could get save files that were very corrupted. So we're just gonna fix that real quick. I just needed to make sure the snake was evil before I killed it. Thinking of weird stuff. When I went to my brother's wedding,
What is it?
it was in Ohio, and this was before the plague. So, please let me up. It was before the plague. And Ohio is. This is going to sound really weird. Ohio is beautiful. Ohio is a really beautiful place. And sometimes, because I live in Illinois, and it's just vast nothingness here. But Ohio, it had something going for it. And I just keep thinking about it, how pretty the church was. And, I didn't really get the bargain that I wanted. Like, I'm not, how can I put this? I don't want to put it anyway. I wanted, well, I don't really want the life that my brother has. But when I was growing up, and I was born in the 80s. So when I was growing up, what is this dot in the middle of my vision? I have this weird thing with my eyes. Like I see a dot in the middle of my vision after I take Allegra, but I only see it with both eyes open, not either eye. I'm like, what is that?
What is it?
Um, yeah, I wanted a better life than this. Who are you? It's not a blade, it's a boomerang.
What is it?
I wanted a much. It's not like it was great. It's like, okay, I often see people who didn't really work that hard. Okay, how do I get in here, though? They didn't really work that hard throughout their life. And the end result is, you see all these old. No, I need to go in there. My soul is weakened. Enchant armor, yes. Let's see how much we can get. They didn't really work hard throughout their lives, but unshaken in faith. And these old couples, you see these couples, both of them are 90 years old. I tried to find your name, but you had gone.
What is it?
Power damage. They're 90 years old, and they retire at like 60. They retired at like 60. And the end result is you have these pensioners, and it's no insult to like all old people. This is me talking about my bitterness. You have these pensioners who they don't do anything all day. It used to be that they would just go out and eat and like bother waitresses and stuff. Yeah, I'm not supposed to get in there like I'm trying to get in there, I don't think. And they're together. They're married couples, and they're together like 30 years after they get retired. My mom never had that. Like, it is completely unfair, and like it bugs the crap out of me how America is so unfair. Like with me, my parents were almost always in debt, and they were almost always in debt for one reason. Because literally, this is the reason. Racist people would lay my dad off. And I'm not saying this for nothing. This is actually what happened. The people that there were lawsuits, and they found out that yeah, they just laid off black people because just the company was racist. The people who ran it were racist, and that's the bottom line. And even though my dad was super duper intelligent, the fact of the matter is, in this country, if like let's say that if you don't have the blessing of the white supremacists, then you just won't succeed. And that's really why my dad didn't succeed ever. Because it's just, How can you succeed when the people who are hiring you
What is it?
don't like you
What is
because
it?
of the
What
color
is
of
it?
your skin? Like, there's no way. That's kind of why I just kind of gave up with a career, because I wasn't going to let the white supremacists order me around and, fucking use up my life force like that. Like they used up his.
What is it? What is it? What is it?
It's very hard to not see these people, these pensioners and everything, and not be incredibly bitter, because, like, when things are going well, and, everybody's happy and everybody has enough, it's easy to be happy for everyone. But in a situation where, we've always been struggling no matter what, like there were a few golden times where
What is it?
my dad was making 1,700 a week, and this was during the 90s. So there were a few times where it was really, when it was good, it was really
What is
good.
it? What is 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 it?
But then,
What is it? What is it?
like, if
What
they
is
hadn't
it?
laid him off,
What is it? Hey.
I never would have had to. Oh, hold on a second. I have breathing problems. Give me a second. If they had never laid him off, I would never have had to. I'm lightheaded. Hold on. I never would have had to pay off the second mortgage that they took out, because they were making
What is it?
17. Like they're making $1,700 a week. We had a surplus. I had never been bought so many toys. Everybody was really happy, and then they took out a second mortgage, and I was a little kid, but I said to them, "What happens if you lose your job again?" And they're like, "It's not going to happen." So they did it anyway. It's not like I could have stopped them, but that was how it was. And so I had to pay it off in my adulthood.
What is it?
And I'm not begrudging them for that. I'm just saying that that's what happened, and, like,
What is it?
and not just say like I'm unhappy taking care of my mom, because I'm not, and I don't want that to happen. But I fantasized about this situation where my dad, um he retired, and then he and my mom could be together, and then I could go off and have adventures of my own. And simply put, I'm gonna be
Taskmaker.
I'm gonna be I'm probably gonna be old when that happens, because everybody needs my help, and I'm not begrudging them needing my help. But with this economy how it is, I'm never gonna have.
What is it?
Where is this? Should I check the other teleports? I want to. I'm never gonna have that life that was promised to me in the 90s, where, I could go and, why is this like this, the way this is? Yeah, I don't really care. Let's do the other one. That is not what I wanted to do.
Taskmaker.
I am never going to have that carefree life where, I go with my wife to Bed Bath and Beyond, and that's it. Like, I'm never going to have that fun time where I can be little Debbie homemaker like my parents got to.
What is it? Hey.
I'm 34. Everybody still needs my help. And the end result is I'm going to grow old helping them. 1,000,000 to luck. 38 chance? Maybe.
Excuse me.
38,000.
What is it?
to love, whatever that means. Like, I already had kids. And the time went by so quickly that it's just I kind of sitting here going, okay, should I do that again? I have a weird fear though, and my daughter, the
What is it?
not to insult her, but the most I would say that she's the most headstrong of all my kids. My kids are adults, so you can do the math and whatever you want to do with that. Let's see. Yeah,
What is it? What is it?
that's fine.
What is it?
But my daughter, who I would say is the most headstrong, she said to me, like, look, don't have any more kids. It's just weird. I'm just sitting there like, okay, I won't. Triumph, sweet triumph, leave me once more. Return when I wail.
What is it? Hey.
This shit with the inventory is fucking abysmal. If ground is to be littered with software, poets, remains, then I am already dead. Yeah, that's a little thing that the guy making this was thinking about. Like all the software, you release it, and then it's just kind of dead. Just, it's an odd thought, but I had it as a kid. I said to my friends, you know, all these websites are going to be our tombstones. That's when I thought that the websites would stay up. They never really did. It's fight night. So I'm not supposed to go over here. That much I can tell. But there's a replica of our starting area right here, and you can get in there. You don't need to wavy davy it. So, and it just takes you right back. That's annoying.
Taskmaker.
I once got tech support for this, and that's how I used the Starlight Dessert. That guy was very nice. This is supposed to be a trap.
What is it?
Like this is
Excuse me.
everybody's here is happy, but
What is it?
all the food is rotten.
What is it?
There are no like
is
empty stuff,
What is it?
rubber mace.
What is it?
It's all
What is
fake.
it? What is it?
Butter knife.
What is it? What is it?
People often do this.
What is it? What is
Where they're like, yeah, and we're
What is
trapped,
it?
and it's actually hell outside.
What is it? What is
Skeleton
it?
scroll. Scroll
What
noise
is
just
it?
deafens you. People want to pretend like, no. What they're really saying about all of this, I believe, is, don't distract yourself with things. Don't distract yourself with things, because those distractions are just scroll o weakness. That's funny. It's not all there is to life, and it's true. That's true, but having a brewski every now and again isn't a bad thing, I don't think. I haven't drank for like 3 years now. I think. I don't remember. So here's a real happy town. Come here, doggy.
Excuse me.
Wanna play? Sweet. Warp,
Excuse me.
warp.
Excuse me.
What is it?
Taskmaker.
I like that. We're done. This dungeon was not bad at all. And I don't know why people complain about it so much. Because it's just, we got through that in 50 minutes. Like, let's see. Poet's Nightmare. There is a mappy wappy of this, and I'm gonna take a look at it. Okay. Okay, so it's probably because I didn't hit enough switches. But we didn't miss anything except I want to show you this. I want to show you this, and I don't know exactly how to. Because, let me show you. Okay. That's above everything. Crap. I can't really show you, but if you look at the 4, and you look to the left, you will soon realize that something is wrong. The black things, there's messages, there's message blocks completely encased in the impenetrable ones. So that's stuff we can never get to until we complete the game. I'll make sure to do that, maybe, if I remember. Okay, bye. So they couldn't let you have a ship. They just couldn't let you have that. Because it completely breaks progression.
Excuse me.
Can you believe, can you imagine me in such a putz that you have your own castle and you have to have, like, the first initial of your name just painted in bricks? What a loser.
Taskmaker.
Quite impressive. You may keep this delicately crafted ring. The Christine family, that's Christine backwards, resists my reforms. Steal their coat of arms so they will no longer be driven by their foolishness.
Taskmaker.
You fool, do as you are told. Go north to Christine and rob their coat of arms from its hiding place. Okay, I don't think Christine is north. Some things moved around in this game a little bit.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
I'm hungry. Yeah, ow. That friggin' black dot in my vision. It's all from that
What
Allegra.
is it?
Yeah, this is not north. This is, at best, northwest. I like to keep these episodes, I like to keep them
What is
however
it?
I like to keep them. So, for the last 6 minutes or so of this, I like to keep them at an hour long. I want to talk about something else, but I don't exactly know what. I'll talk about my depression. I'm down, and it's because I was writing about this last night, too. The world has changed, and I no longer really have a place in it. Like, I was happy for like 1 to 3 years online, and I was happy in Japan. But all the things that made me happy are gone. And one of the things that made me happy was the Sailor Moon community, and that's gone. All the Sailor Moon community is right now is The Japanese community is thriving. It's really good. But the American one and the English speaking one, it's just they buy merchandise, they show it off, they review it, they buy more merchandise. Don't ask questions, just buy product and then get excited for future product. There are two movies coming out, and the way that they're being promoted, they keep showing us clips from them and screenshots, and they've shown so much that it doesn't feel. I've been avoiding it, and even though I've been avoiding it, it feels like they're going severely overboard. Like, yeah, it's like that stuff with trailers always spoil. Like, I wanted to be surprised for the movie, but I don't think I'm going to be allowed to be surprised because they just like, yeah. I've tried different things to be happy. I've tried to like do things with SEO. I've tried to get verified. I've tried to do a bunch of stuff online. I've tried to make YouTube videos, and thank God that these have some sort of point and purpose for me. I've tried to eat my sadness away. This is weird. I'm looking at my Google search results and looked really weird for a second. But I know that out of all of this, none of this is going to make me happy. I'm revisiting my childhood because this game, I played this game, gosh, yeah, I first encountered this game maybe more than 20 years ago, and I want to explore those memories, and I want to, encapsulate everything that I've felt about them. But it just reminds me of how many people that I loved are dead or gone now. I got scared for a second. I was like, what account is the phone bill going to be taken out of? Because we're not short this month, but just kind of a little bit terrified. Yeah, it's going to be taken out of a good one. Okay, cool. I signed up to get my vaccination, and I might get the Moderna one. I might get the Pfizer. I hope I get the Pfizer one because I kind of trust the Pfizer one more. But I suppose it doesn't really matter. And the thing with my lungs, I don't think that my lungs are damaged. I think that because I was on Allegra for like 2 or 3 years, and before that, I had such a poor quality of life that I was constantly struggling to breathe because it's a waterfall of postnasal drip down my throat. I can breathe okay. Genuinely, though, after 2 years of not having that and having it suddenly come back, and having had COVID and my lungs snapped shut for like an hour, I now have this phobia of suffocating to death. So it's just, I'm okay. I'm okay. It's just the postnasal drip makes me constantly feel like I'm choking in my throat. And there's no actual effect in my chest, but yeah.
What is it?
I'm trying to hold back from crying because I really woke up depressed. I had the creepiest feeling from that last stream especially. And I want to get through my past and just kind of encapsulate it and go, okay, that was my past. I don't have to think about it anymore because this is a painful memory for me because I was happy when I was playing this and I'm not now. Every day, like every minute, I just worry about my mom dying because, like, my dad died in his sleep, and yeah, it's just. I have blue eyebrows. That's really weird. I've never noticed that. I'm going to play with this for a second. Alright, put a filter on here. I've kind of wondered what would happen if image mask. There's color correction. That looks really cool. I'm just going to leave that on for next time. That is incredibly cool. It's been an hour. I'll see you guys later, okay? I think I need to lose a lot of weight. So, I don't know if I should eat today, but see you later. Bye bye. Love you.